Hi guys, I'm going to do a quick video. A few days back I made a dish out of leeks. I was just playing about with it, but it actually turned out quite nice and I enjoyed it. I've just been to the park with my son and we've been there for a few hours, so I need to make something quick, healthy and tasty. So I'm going to make it again and film it so you guys can see it. Anyhow, the main ingredient is the humble leek. I bought these from Aldi for I think 55p. I use about 3 of them because there's 2 of us eating. But yeah, I'm going to prep everything, there's no need to film that, and then I'll show you how I make different components. And hopefully you can give it a try if you like leeks. Anyhow, I'll be back once I finish prepping. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off by making the batter to go with the Korean style pancakes. Pre-vegan, I used to always get these Korean pancakes from the Korean store called, I think they're called Parjong. I could be pronouncing it wrong, and it had squid, prawns, you name it in there. And then I thought, why not try and make a savoury version of that? So I looked online for a few ideas, and it's basically just a savoury pancake with loads of ingredients inside. I pack it with loads of vegetables, and it's just a simple batter made of flour. This is just self-raising flour, cold water and a bit of salt. I don't measure anything out, I just guess, and I'm sure it's too much, but we'll see. It's quick enough to make anyhow, so it doesn't matter if you don't make enough. So you're just using flour, I'm using self-raising flour, a bit of Himalayan salt. Any salt's fine, it's just the one that I use, if I can get out of the packet. Just enough to taste. And then you're going to make it into light custard-like consistency with ice cold water. And I always get this bit wrong, so just practice. That's too thick, so I'm going to add a bit more water. And you can go by sight, but you can actually feel how thick it is as well. So you're just mixing until you've got all the lumps out. I'm going to put a bit more water in there, because you'll find as you make them, you'll find the best method that works for you. Because if you make it too thick, it's quite a dense pancake, and you want a bit of air in there just to lighten it up a bit. Right, that's fine. Okay, I've prepared the vegetables that are going to go inside the pancake, and all we've got in there is carrots, shallots, leeks and some seaweed, which I keep stored in the freezer. It's just the sheets that you get for making, for snacking on, or for making sushi. But yeah, you just add whatever vegetables you fancy, and you just make sure they're sliced nice and thin so they cook evenly once you get them on the stove. Right, I'm going to get the pan together and show you how I make these. Okay guys, this is the second way I'm going to prepare the leeks. When I done it on Instagram, I made it with chilli, but I actually like it teriyaki, and when I was tidying my pantry I found I had a packet. And look at that little sign down there, vegan. So yeah, all you do, this is the easiest meal ever, it's ridiculous. You're just going to put some teriyaki on top of the leeks. You don't need a great deal. Oh, that's a lot. You don't need a lot, because when they start steaming in the oven, they release a lot of water. Then the teriyaki sauce will go into that water, and then you have a nice little bath to steam it away. That's absolutely fine. And I know I said that a lot of water will come out of it, but I like to add just a tad just to start the process off. Now all I'm going to do with that is wrap it in some foil. Put it in the oven and we're good to go. Time wise, it actually doesn't take that long. It's probably just under 10 minutes, because you don't want to put it too high or too low, so it's like a medium to high heat. but just go by visuals. You'll see once it's cooked and starts breaking down when it's steamed in there. Just keep an eye on it. Quick, simple, easy. Okay, the next stage will be the leek salad. Okay, let's fry the pancakes. I've put some vegetable oil in there. I think it's best to use a vegetable, sunflower oil, coconut oil won't quite be the same. But experiment and try, you never know, could be wrong. I've got the oil on, it's a medium to high heat, and to test it I'm just going to drop a veg in there. And we got a sizzle. I'm going to turn it down a tad. And then you just mix your veg. And you drop it into the pan. And you should get a nice sizzle when you put it in. Let's turn it down a little. There we go. And you just want to spread it out a little. And you can put as little or as much veg as you want in there. And you don't want to move it about too much because you want the bottom layer of veg to start cooking through. And if the heat's too high, you're just going to end up with some burnt veg straight away, which we don't want. We want it to be nice and well done, but not burnt. Let's get the camera in a little. You still got a nice sizzle going on. And you can let it go for about a minute or so. Just keep an eye on the veg around the edge to see if it starts browning. And that'll give you an indication of when to start getting ready to put the batter in. And I've put the batter in a little jug just to make it easier to pour. Give it a stir before you pour it. And you can experiment with the batter, like use different flours, yeah. Add different spices to the mix, just experiment and have fun with it. Okay, you can't see it on camera but the veg is starting to brown around the edge. So I'm going to pour my batter on. And you're not trying to make a thick pancake, but the batter basically holds it all together. Once you've made it a few times, you'll start knowing when the batter's the right consistency, because I always mess it up, but I'm not bothered. And you still got some veg poking out the top, so when you flip it over that will crisp up nicely as well. I got a bit distracted there, so hopefully I've not burnt it. Just making sure it's smooth. It smells like I burnt it. Just moving it away from the sides to make sure it comes out of the pan. So I might have to film another one. So what you do, you get a saucer and you just slide it out onto the saucer. Can you see that? And what I do just to help the other side is spray the pan with a little bit of oil. Then I'll take the pan, put it on top of the saucer, flip it over, Bob's your uncle. Oh, that's actually perfect. I'm quite happy with that. Yay! So we'll let it cook for a minute or so. Sorry, I just put a bit of celery in my mouth and I was crunching. We'll let it cook for a minute or so just to crisp up the veg on the other side and cook them through slightly. And make it to your preference, but I just like the nice caramelised bits of veg on the outside. And this batter's gone nice and fluffy, so that's great. And I've just put the rice on in the rice cooker. That takes about 20 minutes. The leeks are on in the oven. They take about 10 minutes, so if I get it right, it'll all come together nicely. So I'm going to cook this, and then I'm going to prep the salad that's going with it, which is also made of leeks. That's the third method. Okay, this little bad boy's done, so I'm just going to pop him out the pan and place it on some kitchen towel. Look at that little beauty. Obviously it's fried, and you know you can't have fried food all the time, but if you don't do it too often, you balance it out, you can live a little. Right, I've got to fry a couple more of these, and you can keep them warm in the oven whilst you're preparing all the other stuff. You can, it's better to work out the timings, but because it's just an ad hoc thing, I just go with the flow and see what happens. So I'm going to get the rest done, and then I shall show you how I do the salad. And I'll be back soon. P.S. guys, that was a bit too much oil. You need a tad less than that. Hey guys, so now I'm going to make a lightly pickled leek salad. And all I'm doing is getting a nice little flavour in there in contrast to the fried pancake and sweet teriyaki leeks. So I'm using roasted or toasted sesame oil in this, a bit of chilli, some Korean vinegar. I believe it's just the Korean version of apple cider vinegar. And also some sesame seeds. So no measurements as usual, just go by visuals and taste. I'm just going to add some sesame seeds in there. This is the black one. I got this from, I think it was Wingit, but you can get them in loads of stores now. And I'm adding some white ones. Add as little, or as much as you want. Just stir it through so you can see if the quantity is right. You can hear the rice cooker in the background and the pancake on the stove cooking. So it's all coming together nicely. Right, this is the vinegar. No measurements. You don't want to drown the leeks, but you just want enough to coat everything. So you've got the tartness from this, which will cut through the fried pancake. And it also grows really nice with the plain rice. Some toasted sesame oil, which I got from, oh it's not in focus, sorry guys, which I got from Ocado online shop. Just a smidgen of that, oh that was quite a bit. And I would normally add some chilli oil, but I've run out of that. So I'm going to use my chilli spray from Lidl. And it's got quite a punch to it, so I'm just going to use 4 sprays. Not a great deal comes out when you're doing it. So what I'll do with that is, and what happens, the vinegar starts to break down the leek, so it's almost like it's cooking it. And you just taste that to see how it is. Perfect, I'm happy with that. So I need to turn over my pancake before I burn this one. Check my leeks in the oven. The rice cooker's fine, and then I'm going to do the last stage of the meal, which is prepping the leek rings. But I'll show you what I'm doing with that and explain it. Right guys, this is the last stage of preparing leeks, or should I say the fourth stage of how I prepare the leeks, and this is the panko covered celery rings. So it's just the celery cut into discs, coated in the remaining, you can't even see it, the remaining pancake batter, and these are the panko crumbs. This is a Korean brand that I get. It doesn't matter what brand you get, it's just the one I happen to have. Anyhow, all you're doing is dropping the rings into the batter. And yeah, this isn't the healthiest part of it, but as a once in a while it's fine. Drop it into the batter, and half of it won't stick, but it's just about creating another texture and layer to the meal. Just coat it in the crumbs, drop it in the oil, let it fry. So I'll do that the rest of the dough. Just keep an eye on it. Once it's brown, take it off and you're good to go. And they cook pretty quickly because you can have it raw, so it doesn't matter if it's crispy on the inside. or crunchy should I say. Right, let me get these all in the pan and then I'll be back with you. Okay, these are cooking really quickly, so I better show you before I end filming. And you just flip them over once they're brown on one side. And then same as the pancakes, you just drain them on some kitchen towel. So just dip in the pancake mix, dip in the panko breadcrumbs, and you can season up the breadcrumbs also, you can add other spices and that to it. Because I've kept the flavours relatively simple in these because it's more about the different techniques and getting the different textures from the leeks, and you'll find that they all taste different anyhow. It doesn't have, it's not a plate full of leek. There's just different textures, different tastes to every component. You've got the richness from the pancake, then you've got the vinegar in the salad that cuts through it, and then you've got the sweetness in the teriyaki. Right, so I'm going to get these done and I'll show you what the teriyaki leeks look like and then I'll plate up. I'll see you soon. I just wanted to show you what the teriyaki leeks look with about 3-4 minutes left to go. I want the white bits to go a bit more translucent, then we're good to go. You could eat it like this, it's fine, but I like it when it's really well cooked. So I'm going to put that back in the oven about 3 to 4 minutes, maybe even less, and they're good to go. So the next thing you'll see is it plated up, but I hope it's been interesting and fun for you to watch and it's given me some ideas. But yeah, I'll be back soon and thank you very much for watching. Ciao! And here it is guys, my Korean pancake inspired leek 4-ways meal. So we've got the teriyaki leeks, we've got the fried leek rings, pickled leek salad, Korean style savoury pancakes, leeks, carrots, onions. This is just a dipping sauce of chili oil, sesame oil, a bit of vinegar and some chilli, and then we've got plain steamed rice with some Korean rice dressing, no, Japanese rice dressing this time. Anyhow, I hope that's inspired you to give it a go, and you can use all different vegetables, just play around with them, make it any which way you want. But I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, bye! Hey guys, I'm back. I just wanted to quickly show you something. A lot of times on Instagram I refer to a Korean rice dressing, which is this. However, when talking to my friend, I realised that this particular brand I use most often is a Japanese one, and I got it from the Japanese Centre in Pickled Circus. I'll link it down below so you can have a look for yourself. I also tend to buy a Korean brand, but do check because a lot of them have anchovies and shrimp in them, so you want to make sure you get one that's suitable for vegans. Anyhow, this is the little purple stuff that you see on top of rice, and I'm gone again. Ciao!